Get it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know you like that. I'm in a great mood. Welcome to the Sharpshooters Podcast. I am your humble and gracious host, Mr. Brinsky Sharpe, aka Mr. B Sharpe. And I'd like to welcome all y'all back. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know, we got the full house tonight. And guess what? The first time in a long time, we got all the guys back in the building. And we even got a special guest on the show tonight. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up? You know you weren't letting us miss this.
Hey, man, before we start,
I got a text on Saturday.
You know, I got my boy Quintez in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I got my boy, the lawyer himself, Arlon, in the house.
Yes, sir.
I got Mr. H-Town himself sipping on that drink, Haven. And you know I got my 4-6 boy in the house, Quinn in the house. You already know what time it is, man. Gentlemen, it's about to be a lovely show. And you already know what time it is. It's a lot of haters in the house. I wish we could have had more on the show so I can send some hurt feelings reports out so they can fill it out and send it to HR. But you already know what they heard about. Boom! Alabama versus Georgia recap. The recap of the game, we already know a certain somebody, a very knowledgeable young man, said after the Texas loss, everything that was going to happen that was going to lead up to this point. And this young man said Alabama will win every game leading up to it, and they will beat Georgia. And I guarantee you, we're going to be in the college football playoffs. And ladies and gentlemen, that young man was me. So, yes, I'm going to pat myself all the way on the back on this. I ain't say we ain't had no bumpy road. Y'all already know about the game in Auburn, but we here to talk about Alabama and Georgia. Of course, Jalen, offensive MVP, well, the MVP of the whole game. And you just seen Georgia just get out muscled for the most part of the game and whatnot after they first drive. They had a great first drive, awesome first drive, and Nick Saban made it known that they had adjustments, and clearly before those last two drives when they scored touchdowns on that they only scored 3 points on like 8 possessions. So I just want to hear you guys' perspective on the game. Enough talking from me. You already know how I'm feeling right now.
Man, it was a masterclass performance by Alabama. Even though Georgia went up first, you can tell Alabama kind of controlled the game. Jalen developed to the player that I thought he was going to start out being, but it showed his athleticism was on full display. His throwing was on full display. The Alabama team was on full display. And they always have Georgia's number in this game. I don't remember in my lifetime of watching college football, Georgia beating Alabama in the SEC championship game. So if you ever see this matchup in the future, place your bets. Alabama for the win in the SEC championship game versus Georgia. And that's my recap of it.
Don't everybody be shy, man. Say what you want to say.
I'm waiting on everybody else.
All right, I'll say something, man. I look, I remember a fella by the name of DeHaven said, "Who is the better quarterback?" Right? When Alabama played Texas, who was the better quarterback?
Yeah.
Right?
Clearly, it's still Quinn.
Right. Milrose was definitely the better quarterback in this situation, man. He held his poise, man, and I will say Alabama just took advantage of the opportunity. Alabama, we already know Alabama. Everybody already know Alabama started off kind of rocky. But it ain't always about how you start, it's how you finish, right? So, with that being said, the GOAT, the coach, Mount Rushmore, he handled it well, man. He handled it well, and that's all I'm gonna let Texas speak.
All right. So, I will say the better team won this past week. One thing I will say about Georgia, bro, I wasn't all the way sold on Georgia this year. I knew that they would make it very far this season. As far as being national champs this year, I wasn't all the way sold on the team. I wasn't always sold on the quarterback. And it showed in this game. He could not get it in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, Alabama, they put it in the end zone, bro. Through the air. You know what I'm saying? For real. I think they had one rushing touchdown, but Jalen didn't really rush too much in this game. He only had 29 rushing yards on 14 attempts. You know what I'm saying? Really didn't get it in the end zone with his legs like I thought he probably would have. But, played a good game, bro. I mean, it was an all-around good game for the team. Bama played a good game, bro, and won it and pulled it on out, man. But I want to give a big shout-out to the SEC champs. You already know. The Texas Longhorns, you already know. Hey, man. You already know we number one, man. And we coming. We coming next year. That's all I gotta say about this one. But you know who number one in the SEC is this year. It's UT.
And that's been the thing. Oh, my bad, Quint. My bad, bro.
Yeah, let me get in on it. First off, I just want to say this wasn't a bad game at all. And what we've seen on the national stage is just how dominant the SEC is as a conference compared to the other conferences. We've seen two great football teams play against each other because, to me, if we're still going off who is the best four teams, then Georgia should be in the top four still. I righteously think Georgia was put in 5, but we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about the college playoff. But nonetheless, we saw an awesome football team game. We saw two juggernauts battle it out, but it solidified how dominant and how strong and how powerful the Tide is. And we rolling, baby. So that's all I got to say, man. Roll Tide, roll. We seen it firsthand on the national stage, and it just set us up for the college playoff.
Like, hey man, everybody want to be down with the Tide. Everybody want to be down with the Tide. Man, let me just go ahead and ask this little question. Ted, I pretty much know your answer, and Quinn, I know your answer. Just the two diabolical haters of Alabama.
How did I become a hater of Alabama? I went to school in the state. How I become a hater of Alabama?
You know what I'm talking about. Of the Tide.
There's a lot of people who went to school in Alabama who hate Alabama.
Yeah. Exactly.
You got some Auburn fans out
there. I give cogent, non-biased analysis.
Non-biased?
Yeah. I don't have a clue.
We're gonna get to some of that. We're gonna get to some of that in a minute because I'm gonna test you in a minute. But just you two guys, and I want to hear the truth. Who you guys were going for? Not you, Quint. Not you, Ted. I know who you guys were going for because you guys are smart. You guys are knowledgeable. Not saying these two guys ain't knowledgeable and smart. These are very, very smart men. Just
I'll answer
sometimes
this
they
question.
make dumb decisions.
I wanted okay. I won $100 of Alabama off this
See,
game.
that's a smart man,
Yeah,
ladies and
but-
gentlemen.
You
That's
asking
a
me?
smart man.
You're saying who did I want to win the game?
No, who you picked to win the game?
Who did I
I know
pick?
who you didn't want to win the game, but I know.
No. I'm gonna answer both questions. I wanted Bama to win the game. I went with Bama. That's who I picked. I'm dead ass serious. I went with Bama. I was not picking Georgia to win this game. And the only reason that I thought twice about it was because when I watched the analysis, they were talking about Texas getting in, right? So I was like, okay, what's the best way Texas could get in? Bama winning against Georgia, right? So I wanted Bama to win. But I seen the analysis where a lady was like, no, the best option for Texas would be for Georgia to win. And I didn't understand that. I was like, it didn't make sense to me. Like, why would it be better? Maybe for FSU to get in or some crap like that, whatever. But, whatever. I was going for Bama to win because I was like, if Bama wins this matchup against Georgia, that just proves that Texas is better than all the SEC teams.
Now, I will say this.
Not that is not.
What kind of logic is that?
Exactly.
What kind of logic is that?
That means
We
Oklahoma.
We beat Bama. Bama beat everybody in the SEC. They won the championship. We beat Bama though.
That means you caught them on a bad
number
day.
one team in the SEC.
So that means Oklahoma is the best team in the country.
Are we not the best team in the SEC?
That means Oklahoma is the best team in the country,
Are we
right?
not the best team in the SEC?
So is
Oklahoma the best team in the SEC by your logic? I'm just saying.
So Oklahoma is the best team in the country, right?
What kind of terrible logic is that, brother?
Here's how I felt about it.
That's why you're wrong.
Look.
That's why you're wrong because Oklahoma is coming to the SEC.
What did I say about Oklahoma at the beginning of the podcast? What I said about Oklahoma?
I don't know. You tell me.
At the beginning of the podcast, I'm talking. We can go all the way back.
Okay, well, tell me.
I said I predicted Oklahoma to be one of them teams this year. I predicted Oklahoma to really go far. Now, after they beat us, they tanked. I don't know what happened with Oklahoma. All right.
They ain't got nothing to do with it.
All I know is I predicted Oklahoma to be one of them teams. I didn't play Oklahoma for a joke coming into this season. I knew that they was going to be.
No. I just need you to answer this. I just need you to answer this with your logic. That means, hold on, Arla, my fault because you damn sure got to go. Just let them answer this real quick, and then we go on to you. With your logic, you basically saying Oklahoma is the best team in the country.
That's what you're telling us. No, remember that's what you're telling us with your logic.
How is that a no?
No. I'm not saying the same reason.
No. Explain why that's a no.
Same reason why Florida State. The same injuries. The same reason Florida State not there. Same situation.
You're making excuses.
Same reason Florida State not in the college football playoffs, buddy.
This doesn't sound like an unbiased opinion anymore.
Injuries.
That's what I'm saying.
Injuries.
Oh, so when they beat y'all, that was the number one team in the country, right?
Hey, they was up there. They was fine. They wasn't. Look at their record. Go back.
They won.
How many games did they lose before they played us? I think they was undefeated, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, then. They were one of the best teams in the country.
What injury are you referring to?
They were one of the best teams in the country.
Okay, well, what injury are you referring to?
Like last year, we can.
You can keep running from this all you want. What injury are you referring to?
Alabama came to Texas or whatever like that and beat Texas at home. It was because of an injury. Same situation, buddy. They were one of the top teams in the nation.
Once again, answer the question. Stop avoiding the question.
I answered.
Which injury are you referring to? Who got injured to make you think differently?
That wasn't the question, Brinsky.
Yeah, it is the question. I said it like 3 times. More than 3, to be honest.
That wasn't the first question you asked me, man. You asked me a million questions.
No. Okay, since I asked you a million questions.
Let's go.
What Oklahoma player got injured for them not to be number one?
All right, man, look. Why we got to go there right now?
Exactly. Excuses, ladies and gentlemen. The cop out, Arlen. The floor is
Hey,
yours.
listen.
Arlon has the floor, sir.
We'll
you had
approach
no. Arlon has the floor. Arlon, go ahead.
Arlon,
you had plenty of time.
it right
Arlon,
now.
it's your turn.
Yeah, so I picked Alabama because, like I said, Alabama always beats Georgia in this game. I've never seen them, like I said, in my lifetime, beat Alabama. Georgia beat Alabama in this championship game. And also, I really believe the way to beat Alabama, you need a quarterback. You need a bona fide stud at the quarterback position. It's well documented. You do not beat Alabama without throwing the ball over the top. And the thing about it is that they're so good. They're so good on defense as far as on the ground. You have to be able to throw. So those were my reasons for thinking Georgia wouldn't win this game. I felt like it would be close because Georgia's a tough team. But in my heart, I wanted to see Georgia do something amazing. I wanted to see them 30-plus wins in a row, 3 championships in a row. I wanted to see how long they could push this. But, bro, when Alabama beat Auburn and was riding high on this momentum, I was like, oh, shoot, all bets are off. And then that's when my mind started drifting. What about Florida State? And I think we called it maybe 3-4 weeks out. If Bama keeps on this winning streak and eventually wins out, what happens to a Florida State team that wins out but lost the quarterback?
Y'all keep bringing up this quarterback thing, man.
Hold on. Matter of fact, since I think we got all that. Hold on. I think we got Alabama and Georgia recap out the way. So
let me talk about
quick.
Carson Beck right quick.
Okay, go ahead.
We keep having this quarterback conversation. Let's not sit here and act like Carson Beck is a scrub quarterback. The guy's throwing 200+ yards a game, every game,
250
all game long, all season long. You got to acknowledge that his two best options weren't playing at 100% capacity through the majority of the game, and you got to give credit to the Alabama defensive line, who really showed up during the game and put pressure on him all night. We can't just sit here and act like Carson Beck is not a good quarterback.
But that's what I'm talking about. It's not that he's not a good quarterback. You need a stud to beat those guys because their defensive line always comes to play. I don't care if they can do anything else. Their defensive line is going to be there. So you need a stud. And look at the studs that have beaten them before, like Deshaun Watson. Look at the studs that have beaten them before. And I think that's what you need. Bruh, that's what you need. Yeah, thank you. That's what you need to beat Alabama.
I just don't want to seem like bro not a good quarterback. He decent. True.
Look, he's a good quarterback, but the better quarterback is Jalen.
Carson Beck is a really good quarterback, but he did not produce against the elite defense Alabama has. He cannot produce like he needed to produce. He should have put it in the end zone, which he could not do.
His O-line getting cooked all game. You know,
this what I'm saying against Alabama, and I said this since the beginning of the season. You have to have great quarterback play. If your quarterback not putting nothing in the end zone, bro, it's not gonna happen against Alabama. That's why Alabama's gonna be Michigan. Okay. It's gonna happen. Michigan's not gonna be able to throw it in that end zone.
No, the games need to be played. Don't put their hits on us.
They can run all they want. They can try, but they're not gonna beat Alabama on the
games
ground.
Still need to be played. I'm not about to let you put their hits on us.
Of course they're not.
They're not gonna be able to put it on the ground like that, man. Look, I believe in Bama's defense. I'm not being biased at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I know what's gonna happen when they match up against Michigan. I have not been convinced that Michigan is a great team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they have a good running game. That QB play and the wide receivers, man, is iffy, bro. And I'm gonna say this: if they can't put it in that end zone in the air, it's over with, bro. The only team this year that could have put it in the air is
Right.
Texas, and that's because you got Quinn back there.
We got to move on. We got to
Oh,
move
wait,
on.
real quick though.
We got to move on. We got to move on. We've been on this subject for 20 minutes. Got to move on.
Nah, I ain't even want to speak on that one. I want to clear this up. Oklahoma, bro. They lost a running back, 2 receivers, and a tight end, bro.
When did they lose them?
They lost a lot of offensive weapons.
When they lose them to Haven? That was the question.
Weapons, bro.
When did they lose them?
Offensive weapons.
If you can't answer the question, we're moving on. When did they lose them?
Hey, they lost. Say, okay, let's say November.
We're moving 24th. On to the next subject. The
college football playoff. You just asked me the question, though.
November 24th, did they get it right? Did they get it right?
Anthony, out October 9th. All right. He got September 5th. Graham, what are you talking about?
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen,
I'll go down the list.
Nobody knows these people. Nobody.
The Bud
like I said, college
I got more players on the offense that went down, bro.
Sir,
I got more players on the offense.
Like I said, you get put on mute, sir. Like I said, you don't overtalk the moderator. College football playoff rankings. Did they get it right? We know who's number 1. Michigan. 2 is Washington. 3 is Texas. 4 is Alabama. Right. The controversy comes down to number 4, Alabama, and Florida State. From each and everybody. Now, I hope everybody came prepared. Did they get it right? That is just plain and simple. And if they did get it right, explain how they got it right. If they got it wrong, explain how they got it wrong. They want the 4 best teams in there. And I hope everybody came prepared, because it will be somebody educating you. And it may be Tez. It could be Quint, if you have any disagreements. So whoever wants to go first.
I'll start it. So I don't think they got it right.
Okay.
Well, let me preface that. By their little weird metrics, they got it right. But to everybody else in the world, they didn't get it right. If we're looking at just the 4 best teams, if that's what they truly wanted, just the 4 best teams, I know it's unprecedented for a team to, I know they didn't want Georgia in there since they lost the title game. But if you just want the 4 best teams in there, you need Georgia and Bama in there. And honestly, you could take out either Michigan or Texas, one of the 2. But by their numbers, they got it right. Now, I know a lot of Florida State fans have been kind of crying over, their undefeated season. But if there was a team to take out, I wouldn't take out Bama. I'd take out Texas. If there's a team to take out, I'd take out Texas. And the reason I'd take them out, just to name a few, they had a pretty weak schedule. And they've only played 3 ranked opponents. And if you looked at the ranked opponents they played, Kansas, who was 24 at the time, Kansas lost to Texas Tech, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, which, Texas ends up beating later on. But Oklahoma State lost to South Alabama. The only good win I think they had was against Bama. That's it. And then you look at Texas loss, Oklahoma. Going off that metric, I don't think they should be in there. And if anybody with eyes can see that the Bama team that Texas played on week 2 is not the same Bama team that we see at the end of the road. So to keep saying, oh, well, we beat Bama. USF almost beat that Bama. Okay. So that's not the same team. So if there, in my opinion, if there is someone who needs to be taken out, you can't take out the SEC because that's stupid. I don't want to see mediocre teams play football. take Texas out. I can keep Washington to leave. I'll keep Washington. Take Texas out, and let's see Florida State struggle it up. You know what I'm saying? And I think I've also seen like people say, well, they don't want to put Florida State in because of what happened to TCU last year. But I keep thinking about it. TCU beat Michigan.
Yeah. I mean, they did, but
no, but they beat Michigan. So that SEC is strong. But the SEC is that strong. That's really what we got.
They won the playoff game. We can give them that they won the playoff game, but it's the same. It's the same precedent as years before. Cincinnati has an undefeated season. Everyone's like Cincinnati deserves to go. They go to the college playoff. 21, they give up the sticks. Get out of there. And everyone's like, we told you not to put them in there. They couldn't win. TCU, they beat a Michigan team. It just proves once again that other conferences just truly aren't as strong as the SEC. They go to Georgia, they lose 65-7 in a national championship game. This is after going on. Everyone told them beforehand, don't put TCU in. They don't win. 65-7 in a national championship game. It's insane to keep repeating. A team, we know that the team is not going to win. Why do we keep putting them in there? They have no chance to compete, which is why Florida State didn't get in. I truly believe, if we're being real, I think when they went in there and sat down, Georgia was 5. Because we going to acknowledge that Texas got in solely off the strength of Bama beating Georgia.
Oh, for sure.
But
I see a lot of haters in here, bro. It's about 4 haters in this.
That's the fact, though.
That's what they said.
Texas all season. I don't get the Texas hate, bro.
But that's the truth. That's really fact.
It's Taylor's point. Let him finish. Let him finish. You gonna have your chance.
If we're gonna keep it a stack, they probably went in there. Georgia was 5, and then Florida State was 6. And then they thought about it and was like, that's fucked up. We're gonna make Florida State 5. To give them some type of argument because they went undefeated. But if we being real, Florida State can't beat any of those other 5 teams, and they get smacked. They get smacked without their quarterback. Now, with their quarterback, we got a different argument.
Right.
And also, if Florida State goes into that Louisville game, they beat them by 20-plus points, I guarantee they're in. I would argue that they put them in above Bama. If Florida State goes in that ACC championship and win by 20-plus points, they would put them in.
Yeah. I mean, if Florida State had their quarterback, we're having a different discussion today.
I 100% agree. If Florida State had their quarterback, Texas would be out.
Everybody in here agrees to that number one point. If Jordan Travis was playing, Alabama wouldn't be in.
Alabama.
I don't even think. I think if Jordan Travis is, then Texas is out. Texas is out.
Because y'all don't want to see Texas. I know y'all.
Nah, that's not it.
Look. I know we can all agree on this. Every one of you Bama fans in this podcast was waiting on Texas to lose out one of these games. Okay, wanted us to lose out, have a worse season than Bama. Y'all know this, bro. Y'all know this, bro.
If it ain't Bama,
you on our record is Oklahoma, man.
If it ain't Bama, you absolutely right. If it ain't Bama, you right. But I will say this: y'all solely relied on that Alabama and Georgia game.
That's the only reason you got in. That's the only reason you got in. So it's the only argument.
Let me say this from the get-go, though. When we started this first podcast, right? I'm probably the only person in the nation, bro, who felt like Texas was going to make it this far, bro. I said this, bro. I said this a long time ago, bro. Nobody was looking at Texas the way I was looking at Texas this year, bro. I told y'all what was about to happen. I told you we had one of the best quarterbacks in the nation. You guys didn't even watch the Oklahoma State game, bro. You can say what you want. Bro, Quinn put up 4 touchdowns in the first half. Bro. Great quarterback play is going to trump all. You can hate on Texas all you want. One thing you guys cannot do, talk down on Quinn Ewers, bro. I told you guys, bro, all season who the number 1 quarterback is right now.
He wasn't.
Hey,
He
he
was number one.
beat Bama. Stop.
That
beat
doesn't
Bama
make you the
and
number
He
one
beat
quarterback.
Alabama, bro.
He beat another version of Alabama.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen.
And he lost to Oklahoma.
Ain't
That doesn't
nobody.
make you're not making any sense.
Listen. Even the Heisman runner-up ain't beat Bama. Even the Heisman runner-up, even LSU could not play with Bama.
You said Heisman runner up.
Y'all want to take everything y'all want away from Texas, bro. Y'all want to hate on Texas so much, bro. Texas wasn't. Nobody looked at Texas like they was a national championship team, but your boy right here. Since week one,
because that's your team.
but all the hate, I don't get it. I don't get the hate. Why y'all gotta hate on Texas? Hey, bro,
Texas joined the SEC. They got better off the
I didn't let everybody talk.
Being real,
I didn't let everybody get their piece.
Go ahead.
Everybody got hate on Texas. Go ahead. Why everybody? Which side is Texas hate from, bro? Because we beat Bama earlier this season, and the only L we took was Oklahoma.
So I'm not.
All you gotta say.
I'm not.
Why y'all still talking about Texas?
We're not hating on Texas.
I'm not hating
on
Texas. I can't make a Texas post showing love to Texas without Alabama fans hopping on my post talking about, oh, y'all cake, y'all pie. I'm like, what? How's we cake? How we? Oh, we gonna
be
trying
to gonna sit here and cap
y'all
like
niggas are mad because we won this season. After I told you, bro.
They call y'all
quarterback play gonna chop it off. And y'all don't want to see Texas again. I think that y'all gonna call me scared. I ain't scared of nothing. First off, I know my team. I know my team. Y'all don't want to see Texas again, bro. And you know that shit.
I'm just waiting for you to finish your rebuttal so I can go ahead.
You want to see what? Y'all don't want to see Texas, bro. You know.
I actually rather see Texas.
You're talking about Texas, but only thing the question
y'all
was:
gonna be rooting for Washington.
Did Florida State deserve to get in there?
You still haven't. You Florida State not want Texas. Let's be real. How can y'all answer this?
Hold on.
Do y'all want Texas or Washington?
You're doing
y'all
it
want
again,
Texas
sir.
or Washington?
You're doing it again. I'm asking the question.
You want Texas? Okay.
I want to see
who else want Texas,
sir?
Who else want Texas? Brinsky, you want Texas?
Okay,
we want to win.
You're on mute. I want you to understand.
That's what we want to do. We want to win.
I don't want to have to keep doing this, sir. I'm asking a
precise question.
The people have to hear. They can't hear everybody talking at one time.
Keep it a stat.
So that's I'm doing it with them too. Yeah, I got to be the moderator. I asked you the main question. Did Florida State, because we just going down a rabbit hole. Who deserved to be in there? Florida State or Alabama?
Florida State.
And explain why Florida State deserved to be in there.
No. This is what I was gonna say. Alabama deserves to be in because of the injury. Because of the injury. Had Jordan Travis not gotten hurt, they deserve to be in. I do believe that. But this is a business. It's nothing personal at the end of the day. We know how this works. Who's going to hit them numbers when it comes to that natty? And it ain't going to be Florida State. Everybody want to see a rematch. And it's going to be Texas and Bama. All right? Only way Michigan and Washington about to win this weekend is if they play perfect football. Because I'll tell you now, the refs and the college football guides is going to be on Bama and Texas side.
Hey, to answer that question, did they get it right? I believe they did get it right because of injury.
They got it right.
Because of Florida State quarterback and just the strength of schedule for Alabama, Texas, and the other teams, right? Especially Michigan. I have no problem with Michigan. They beat Oregon twice. Washington. They beat Oregon twice. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no problem with this ranking whatsoever. However, do I feel like Florida State got snubbed a little bit due to that? Yeah. I mean, because of the injury. But I mean, like the Haven said, it's a business, right? And who's going to build the most revenue? Everything falls with money. Who's going to build the most revenue when it comes to, you know, watching the game? Who's going to be at the game? Ticket sales, all of that, right? So Alabama brings that every single time. And to be honest with you, to answer your question, DeHaven, I want to see Texas. All right. And that's all I have to say.
All righty. Now it's time to do a little education to a lot of folks.
I got some fun facts too myself. So.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, my brother. I'm gonna let you.
Historical facts.
Okay. The whole point of the college football playoffs is to put the best 4 teams in here. And one of the things that made the system flawed from the get-go is 5 Power 5 conferences. So that means 5 Power 5 championship games. So let's just say every Power 5 had an undefeated team and everybody went undefeated. Somebody was going to be left out regardless. That's why. Another fun fact about this college football playoff and of course, I don't
That's a great point.
Florida State deserves to be in the college football playoff. And I will explain that in just a minute. And this is one of those reasons. The ACC, I'm not even going to say it's one of the reasons, but the ACC was one of those conferences when the Big 12, Big 10, I think it was the Big 10, where every other conference, but the ACC did not want to expand. I think it was one other conference, but to my knowledge, the ACC was definitely one of them that said no. And now people like at Florida State cried that they couldn't get in. Another reason Florida State didn't get in, they didn't deserve to get in. Your strength of schedule is 55 compared to Alabama's 4. It's not even a competition. We already knew if you lined up with Bama, you wasn't going to beat them. Matter of fact, if you lined up with Michigan, you weren't going to be in. You lined up with Washington. You lined up with Texas. You lined up with Alabama. You lined up with Georgia. You lined up with Ole Miss. You lined up with so many. Ohio State. You're not beating none of those teams in the top 10, let alone the top 4. That's a whole nother reason you're not in there. Of course, Jordan Travis was like a big part of it, but the people that were so angry about it, they saying that shouldn't be a factor. But if you look in the bylaws of the college football playoff, this is not something that they just wrote during the conference championship. It said any relevant factor, such as unavailability of key players and coaches that may affect a team's performance during the season or likely will affect the postseason performance. Who is not there? Jordan Travis. Did Florida State look like the same team all year long? No. And you want to know who made that point even stronger? The guy who played Alabama and Florida State this year, Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly said they are definitely not the same team that he played early in the year. They didn't deserve to get in there. If they would have shown that they can compete, like blow guys out. And the worst part about it, they had the chance. They were playing against scrubs. They played against Florida, who is basically bottom tier. And then they playing against Louisville, who is overrated. They was not ready for them. And they struggled against both of them. They couldn't even score. It took
the
them.
Louisville team sucked.
It took the Florida State defense is elite, but it took them to have an elite game to save them. That is crazy, dog. Like they did not deserve to get in there, and to wrap all that up with Florida State, man. The worst thing about them, man, the people that was on the committee, I think it's 13 people. 8. I remind you, 8 people are from the ACC.
Mm-hmm.
So if 8 people from your conference won't even vote you in, let that sink in. Florida State, I'm sorry, not sorry. It just, things happen. If you feel like you were slighted, guess what you should do? Go beat Florida in the Orange Bowl. Not Florida. Go beat Georgia in the Orange Bowl.
Georgia ain't.
It also
that ain't gonna happen.
It also
Hey,
just
hey,
boiled down. It
That ain't
also
about to
just
happen.
boiled down to like just the conference, man. You can't an undefeated ACC team winning their conference is just not as big on your resume as an SEC team winning their conference, and that's been stated by Florida State when they joined the ACC. So a little history lesson: you go back to 1992. Florida State got invited to join the SEC, and they got invited to join the ACC at the same time. Their coach at the time, who's a Florida State legend, Bobby Bowden. He Bowden, my fault, wrong name.
That's
But
an Alabama boy. Don't disrespect that boy.
he acknowledges it. He acknowledges it. Clear as day. Florida State wants to be a part of the ACC solely because it's easier to get to the national championship from there. The SEC is going to beat themselves apart all season long. It's tougher over there, and it's a harder road to the national championship. It was true then, and it's true today. It's just harder to get to the national championship in the SEC. It means more to win the SEC than it means to win any other conference in this country. It's just a fact. The SEC accounts for 14 of the last 20 national championships. Just think about that. For the last 20 years, the SEC accounts for 14 of the national championships. It simply means more to win the conference. You can't debate it. You can't debate it without facts, bro. It's a fact.
Yeah. Well,
Awesome research, by the way.
We saw how TCU did. We saw how Notre Dame did. I agree with you. I agree with your statement, Ted.
Hey, I have a question, right?
Go ahead.
Play devil's advocate with me.
All right.
Say Florida State's quarterback didn't get hurt, but everything else played out how it played out. And let's say Florida State won the last couple of games by wide margins. What 14 do you think is getting in? Georgia still loses to Alabama.
Everybody already announced. Everybody already said Florida State getting in.
I know, but who's coming out? Who's coming out?
Michigan won.
What you mean? Who's coming out?
Because now, if Florida State wins, who are the top 4?
It's going to be the same order.
Washington,
It's going to be the same order. The only thing that's going to change is Florida State in.
Now, I think Texas is out.
I think Texas is out. I think
yes.
because
the SEC conference championship, an SEC conference championship
is
tremendously more important than a one-loss Big 12 team.
Texas Alabama is out. It doesn't matter.
Nah, I think you know what?
Hold on. Who you saying winning the SEC? That would tell me everything I need to know.
He says everything plays out the same. So Florida State is
everything plays out the same. You cannot put Bama in without Texas.
You can. Their resume is
stronger. Bama nor Texas will be in the playoffs. Just admit it.
And Bama beats the number 1 team in the country. You're talking about a team that's won 29 straight games. They've been number
Bama's
1.
Not getting in with everything.
2 national championships.
Bama's not getting in Florida State. If Jordan Travis is healthy, they're not getting in.
So you telling me they're leaving an SEC team out of the playoffs?
It's already been stated by.
Yes,
it's already been stated by
everybody. I know what they're saying, and I know it sounds good to say.
No, it's not sounding good to say because this is one of those unique years. This is one of those unique years. Michigan is undefeated. Then you have Washington undefeated.
I think
no.
Michigan and Washington
hold on. Hear me out. You got Michigan undefeated. You got Washington who's undefeated. Texas is not going to be there.
Maybe they focused on some of Michigan's cheating scandals.
I'm not going to be there.
Maybe they bring that up. Say maybe some of those wins are attributed to those scandals.
I doubt they leave an SEC team out.
They are not leaving an SEC team out.
Hey,
this is where my point come in. So let's just say let's just say Alabama won, Michigan won, Washington won. Florida State gonna be in there. You think that Alabama's gonna jump Texas?
Yes.
Off the strength of beating Georgia.
I'm glad
they beat Georgia.
I'm glad.
Off the
Hold
strength
on.
of beating Georgia. Yeah.
If Alabama
strength
was
of
going
beating
to
Georgia,
jump
yes.
Texas, hold on, David, because that's what the answer I wanted. Why do you believe Alabama was going to jump Texas?
They just beat the number one team. The team hasn't lost.
Okay, perfect. That's what I wanted to hear. They just did it. Why?
That's the win.
Hold on. Why didn't Alabama just jump Texas then?
Oh, they're not gonna let that happen.
I just asked you that question. You just said that they were gonna let them jump.
No. Now, in my scenario, with Florida State being healthy, why would they let
Florida State? It's been stated, bro. It's been stated by the biggest experts in the game. Even the committee, Jordan Travis not getting hurt.
Hey,
they're in.
Right. I'm not saying Florida State's out.
This is one of those unique years that everybody was winning. It wasn't one of those years. I'm sorry, dog. I'm an Alabama fan. You can't tell me any different. I know what they was going to do. We were not getting in.
I'm not saying Florida State's out. Either Bama got in or Georgia got in. One of those two teams.
Georgia was not going to get in if Georgia lost. That doesn't make any sense.
You're the sports historian, right? Name me a time the SEC did not play in the college football playoffs.
It's always been somebody there. Besides the year, I think it was probably just 1 year that we wasn't in there.
No. Just an SEC team, not just Bama. But name me a time an SEC team was in.
Never. It's a prerequisite.
But it's literally every year somebody has been undefeated going in there. That's a difference. That's a big difference.
That's not true. What happened in 2021? Didn't y'all beat Georgia in the SEC championship game?
Yes, but that was not the number one team. We only lost one game that year, and you can't line up different years because different teams. Okay,
exactly.
Since you, okay, let me just ask you this: since you know so much, tell me what happened in 2021. Since you brought up that year, what was the ratings? What was the rankings? I
can't. I don't know.
You can't bring it up. That's what I'm saying. You can't bring up a random year, and not have those facts. This is one
so
of those
you tell. Okay, but I'm saying,
I didn't look it up. You the one just said it. I remember what happened.
No, I'm going off what you said. You said undefeated team. We haven't had a season where there wasn't an undefeated SEC team, but there was. Georgia had lost and still went to the college football playoffs that year.
But guess what? You want to know the unique thing about that situation? That teams below them had bad years. It wasn't no undefeated teams like it is. This is the most unique year. That's why everybody is so happy that this is the last year.
Right. And I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying we all talked about it. A money grab situation,
It's
business
not about
situation.
money grab.
It's not I'm gonna tell you this: all for-profit corporations or all for-profit entities. I don't know if the NCAA is for profit. There might be a nonprofit, but all entities that are designed around making money, guess what they're gonna do? Make money, whichever way they can. Whatever way they can. And I promise you, an SEC team is gonna always be there. I know what they had to say. I know what they had to say for logistics, for team. That's why they gave Florida State the 5th rank over Georgia.
I'm telling you,
got to say it for team, right? You got to say
you.
the blue blood, right? They got a following. This ain't no
Cincinnati. For sure.
This ain't for Washington. Sure. This is not no.
But they don't got an SEC following. That's different. This is different. I know Florida State has a rich history.
You said they got it. You think Vanderbilt is bigger than them? You think South Carolina is bigger than them? You think Kentucky's bigger than them?
Then who? Florida State?
Mississippi State?
Kentucky?
You think Ole Miss is bigger than them?
But hell no. But if
Bruh,
Exactly.
I bet they
So
argue
what
for
the
it.
Hey, hold on.
I can name
If they
some
win
more
the
teams if
SEC,
you
I
want me to
bet
keep going.
if they win the
I
SEC,
am
I
an
bet they
bruh.
argue
SEC
for
guy.
it.
You can,
I'm
you
just saying,
I am
can,
an
you can.
Alabama
Right.
guy.
If
Bro,
they win the
listen
SEC,
here.
I bet
This
they
would have
argue for
not
it.
happened. I am the biggest Alabama fan, and I am telling you what would have happened if Alabama would have won. They would have put Michigan at 1. Washington was going to be at 2. Texas was going to be there. Alabama is not jumping Texas because Texas beat them at home.
Or maybe Texas don't go. Maybe Texas gonna go.
How is Texas not going to go? Who's going to jump them?
Maybe they put Georgia. I'm just saying. I
How
don't see
can
it.
you, sir? Are you not listening to yourself?
Because
How
I
can Georgia be over
Okay.
any
Hey,
of these teams?
talking
if
louder than me
Alabama-
don't make you more right than me, though. I'm just saying. Talking
Hold
loud
on,
don't
that
make you more
doesn't
right than
make
me.
any
And
sense.
to you, but it doesn't have to make sense
How-
to you. It makes sense
Okay,
to
so
Tez.
Georgia
It
was
makes
gonna
sense to
still
other
be higher
people.
than Alabama.
SEC gonna get there.
No.
I'm gonna
Is
let you. I'm
Georgia
gonna
gonna
let you
still
go.
be higher than Alabama if Alabama won? Yes or no?
I'm telling you, SEC getting in there.
Answer the
Either
question.
Georgia, Alabama.
No.
Georgia,
You answer the
Alabama.
question with a question. If Alabama beat Georgia, was Georgia gonna be higher than Alabama? Yes or no?
So, Lee, where are you?
If the
No,
predicate,
just answer bro. Just answer the question.
I don't have to give you a yes or no answer. I can give you an explanation for the answer.
We're moving on. We're moving
No,
on.
because you can't give me a question that suggests an answer just to get the answer you want. I can create a question that makes you answer my question. Okay, sure.
If
Yes,
Alabama
yes,
beat
and I'm not going to
Georgia,
answer you
does
why.
Georgia
Yes,
something?
yes, and I'm not going to answer you why. Because when I tried, you didn't want to hear it. So yes,
You didn't
yes,
answer. We
yes.
got 4. We got 3 other dudes
My
listening
answer
to you.
was yes. My answer was
Yes,
yes.
what? Yes, what?
Yes to your question.
You saying what is the yes for? Georgia's going to
Your
still be
question.
ahead of them, or Alabama's going to be ahead of
Yes,
them?
Georgia going to be ahead of them.
That doesn't make any sense. Then why
When I
they
tried to
ranked
explain
sixth
it,
right now?
you didn't want
Why
to
are they
hear it.
ranked since right now?
When
Then?
I tried to explain
Why
it,
are
you
they
didn't want to
ranked
hear it.
since right now? Then
I tried to explain this earlier.
go ahead, explain.
Nah, I'm cool on it now.
Exactly.
All I'm
Because
saying,
you
nah,
can't explain it.
nah, I did explain it.
And,
You ain't trying to hear it.
Anybody else
I'm a-
can go ahead before we move on.
I'm along the lines of the same logic that they're using now to keep Florida State out of it. Texas beat Bama in week 2. You say this plays out the same exact way. You can look at those teams at the end of the season. You got 2 one-loss teams with conference championships, and they're going to say that's not the same Alabama team. They're a better team today than Texas. And that's the argument that they're going to make, bro. They're not going to leave an SEC team out of there. That's the argument. Everyone's going to be upset because you can't say, oh, what about the backlash? You got plenty of backlash from a 13-0 conference champion. You would get the same backlash from a Texas team that beat Bama in week 2, and you still put Bama ahead of them for a playoff team.
Bama was never going to jump Texas.
It's not.
Yeah, Bama would never jump Texas.
That's why I'm like, bro, the logic that y'all keep saying that was never going to happen. If that was going to happen, why hasn't it happened one time this year? One time.
Because the record, this is a different year. This is a different year. This year hasn't really happened yet. This year has never really happened. Isn't that what you said?
You got it, bro.
That's how you started, right?
You got it.
That's how you started.
That is the most idiotic logic I have ever heard in my entire life.
It's the same logic that's being used right now. It's the same logic that's being used to keep Florida State out.
What are you talking about? So
you look at it and be like, this is a better team now than they were then. It's the same logic.
Okay, but why haven't they done it? These guys know more football than any of us will ever know.
They're literally doing it right now.
Alabama was going to jump Texas.
Out of it. By keeping Florida State out of the playoff, they're literally doing it right now by saying this was a better team. They were not the better team in this moment when we made this decision.
You know, it's 3 factors. A reason why they're not in there, which is in the bylaws of the college football playoff, right? Strength of schedule, key players. What are you talking about?
And you literally acknowledge that Bama has a totally stronger schedule.
Yes,
than
but
Texas.
guess what?
A completely stronger schedule than Texas.
They literally said the committee head. We have decided because Jordan Travis wasn't in there and they wasn't the same team. We was not going to allow them to go in there.
These are not the same team.
These are facts.
Bama's not the same team. Bama's not the same
team. You trying to think for them.
They're not the same team.
This is all they do.
I know what they said. But I'm telling you,
right? Okay, if that was the
logic,
why Florida State been ahead of us this whole time? Why Florida State been ahead of us this whole time? Answer that before we move on.
Why was Florida State ahead of us this whole time? 1 and still fell to 5. because when they picked on that day, they were not the better team.
Why were they not the better team? Why were they playing that way?
Obviously,
go ahead and hang yourself.
Yes, obviously because of their quarterback.
Bingo!
Obviously because of their quarterback.
There we go. And what is the reason why they left them out? Because of their quarterback. Thank you, sir, for hanging yourself.
Is Alabama the same team because of their quarterback?
Which boils down to Florida State.
Alabama's
go ahead, and we can move on.
Alabama's not the same team. And you know what?
Go ahead.
For you to keep dancing around this, I am highly disappointed. I am highly disappointed. The way you take the goalpost, you lift it and walk it off to this side, and then you lift it up and walk it back in.
I don't want you to hang yourself. Okay,
he did it because he's saying the same thing you said in reverse. Jalen Milroe is a different quarterback than the first days.
Thank you, Arlen.
Hold on, what you say, sir?
Thank you, brother.
What you say,
the
sir?
Same thing, same argument you making. Jalen Milroe's not the same quarterback in week 2 that he is when he played Georgia. Those are different quarterbacks. So that's why they get it, but they're not leaving the SEC team out. Sir, I don't care what you think the record is. It's never happened.
How you slice it,
it's never happened.
It's
never happened.
Okay.
And it never has happened.
It never has. I'm gonna tell you why that's a dumb logic.
Got 2
all
losses.
the way. What's Jalen Milroe playing this whole time? Outside of week 3.
Yeah, but he's not the same Jalen Milroe of the USF game. Yes.
That's Bama gave up on Milroe.
You just said they were a different team from the Texas game. You just said that.
Yes or no?
Now ask it. Yes.
Okay. Was Jordan Travis playing all through the season?
No.
Thank you. Why? What are we talking about?
But if the other quarterback put up numbers similar to Jordan Travis, they would be in there. If they beat Louisville by 20, they would be in there. Am I right? Didn't you say that? That's how you led off. Had they beat Louisville and Florida by large margins, they would have been in there despite their quarterback. Didn't you say that?
Yes, because
right. No, stay there. Hold on. Now I'm answering the leading questions. Yeah.
Go ahead and
so if that's the case, if Florida State would have got in based on them playing their way, are you telling me if Alabama's quarterback became essentially a new quarterback and the team completely changed, they wouldn't let them in the playoffs? Are you saying that?
Sir, if it wasn't
Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
No.
Yes or no?
What are you
saying? It's the same logic. It's the same logic.
No, it's not the same logic,
it
bro.
It is the same logic, bro.
Okay. Since there's been an argument floating around, why you think Ohio State 2014 Ohio State was in college football playoff? Then
bro, we talking about this year, bro. Because you taking up. Let me tell you why you can't do that. Let me tell you why you can't do that. Because the conference records were not the same. The conference records were not the same.
Team that lost their conference championship and still made the
Ohio State what? Ohio State what?
The conference records were not the same, so everything else was different. Isn't that what you told me before?
We
these conference records were not the same.
You can also talk about this whole time. I bring up one. Hold on. What is the difference between Florida State? What is the difference between like I said, I'm talking to Quintez, sir. Quintez, what's the difference between Ohio State or 2014 and the difference between Florida State? And we're going to move on. What was the difference?
I haven't done research on 2014.
Don't worry. I got it for you, my brother. Don't worry about it.
If you want to give me the facts,
don't worry. I got it for you. Don't worry. I got it for you.
Don't give it here.
Cardale Jones was their third string quarterback. And guess what he did? Played Wisconsin, beat them 59-0. It wasn't no drop off from what they did in the thing.
I agree.
Oh, you agree. And guess what happened? They jumped in. Oh, who did they play in there? Alabama. What did they do to Alabama in that game? Also with Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott running for 250 yards, if I'm not mistaken. But it was definitely 200 plus on Alabama.
I mean, yeah, but you can.
And guess what they did? They won a national championship because there wasn't no drop off. What is the difference between this team and?
You can take
now let's fast forward to 2020. You can take 20. Hold on, sir. I'm not done. And 2023 Florida State. You want to know the difference between them? They're
Brisky,
struggling against
Brisky.
Florida. They're struggling against Louisville. Why? Because they don't have their quarterback. And two, they are showing their performance is going down because they are not the same team without him. Go ahead, hang yourself some more.
That's not even the question.
Last year,
They
TCU
still went
has
undefeated.
TCU has an undefeated season, correct? They lose their conference championship. Are they still in the playoffs?
Yes.
Guess who was left out? Alabama.
Yeah, but because you have an SEC team in there.
Why would it? What was that SEC team record? Tell the full story. Don't tell the whole story. Don't tell half truth. What was that SEC team record?
You got a 2-loss Bama team.
No. Okay. What that mean?
That's a 2-loss Bama team. That's a 2-loss Bama team.
This.
Without an SEC championship. Without an SEC championship. It's literally the same logic.
What was the SEC champion? Hold on. What was the SEC champion? Hold on. What was the SEC champion record? Who was in there? What was their record?
Georgia was in.
And what was their record? How many losses did they have?
Georgia had 0 losses.
Oh, that's why they was in there. SEC undefeated team. That's why they was in there. Make sure you tell the full story. They wasn't no one-loss team. They was undefeated. Why would if Alabama lined up with TCU? I'm not with TCU. Who would have won?
Bama.
So if the logic was put the 4 best teams in there, why was Bama not in there?
We're not
saying the SEC is already in. The point that we're making is that an SEC champion is going to go, no matter how.
Why were they in there though? But you're not telling the full story.
You're missing the point, Brisky. The SEC champion is going to go. They don't give a fuck about the Big Ten. They don't give.
And they will make any logic to put in there.
Even Texas recognize it because they're joining the SEC. You know that's how you get in. You win the SEC, you in. You know it.
But
you know it.
Okay, if you win the SEC. If you win the SEC with 2 losses, have that ever happened during the college football playoff era?
Bro, the SEC
answer the question. I will answer it for you if you don't know.
The SEC team with 2 losses doesn't get in, but we're not talking about any SEC. We're not talking about the SEC. We're not talking about
undefeated. We're not talking 1 loss.
We're still talking about a 1-loss Bama team. So what is
or 1-loss
Georgia? Who did they beat?
A 1-loss Georgia
Who
team.
did they
What do you make? What are you making?
Risky, you're not even. I don't even think you know what you're arguing at this point. We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that. Hold on. I'll argue it, but you got to promise to give me some time to set it up.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, please, because we got to move on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
No longer.
Here it is.
Let's go.
Here it is. I got you. Here it is. If Florida State's quarterback stays healthy and they win by unprecedented margins, they get in. We're saying that an SEC team gets in. We don't know which one, Bama or Georgia. They will use whatever logic there is to have one of them in there. Why?
That's
because
the point.
SEC. Whatever. I will take those. I'm a lawyer. I will take whatever laws I have and I will litigate it and circle it around whoever has to listen to it. And that's what they will do with these bylaws. The committee doesn't get to write out what we're going to say, whoever. They have people who write that stuff out. They just help make a vote. But I promise you, any entity who benefits from making money, they will make money. They will make money. The SEC will be there. I don't know which one of those teams gets to shoot another stick, but someone gets it. Someone gets it.
So who's going to be left out? Texas. So I can go ahead and let you hang yourself and we can move on.
Texas, that's the point.
Hold
on. No, I'm gonna make it easier for you.
Either Texas or Michigan. One of those two.
I'm gonna make it easier for you, then we're gonna move on. Alabama beats Georgia.
Right.
Jordan Travis is still playing. Florida State Wednesday, ACC championship.
They're
it's
in.
Michigan, Washington.
They're in.
The 2 teams are in that you name it, right?
They're in. Michigan, Washington,
Texas.
Florida State are in.
He just said Texas not in. I can see them not putting Texas in.
So
maybe they
how
leave
is
Georgia.
Texas not in-
Maybe the Georgia loss brings them. Maybe the Georgia loss brings them down to 4.
Don't cut me off. Why is Texas? If Texas haven't jumped Alabama all year and they just beat Georgia? Why would they wait until now to do it? And they still haven't done it, even this year.
Okay.
Why would they?
Wait,
why would they wait until now? Florida State, who just played a Florida team and struggled with them, and still stayed in the top 4.
Hold on. Wait. Before you even go, before you go,
bro. We're moving on. At this point, we've been on this topic way too long. The people in the comments going to make you guys look very silly, but hey, what do I know? The college football experts been saying the same thing that everybody else been saying.
I done seen a lot of comments.
I done seen a lot of sports do some crazy shit.
Once again,
I done seen a lot of sports do some crazy stuff. It's not fair.
We're moving on. We're moving on. Who's going to win the national championship?
Your sports are ethical. The
Who's
SEC
going to win
team. The SEC team. Come on. What? That's not even a question.
Bama wins the national championship.
Yeah.
I hate it. Break.
Now it's the. Hold on. Wait a minute. Now it's the SEC champion.
It's always the SEC champion. What?
We just made this argument.
What are we doing? We just made the whole argument that the SEC gonna be
it. Okay. When the last time? You know when Deshaun Watson was in school. You know when Trevor Lawrence was in school.
Okay, we talking about right now, bro. The SEC has been too dominant over the last 3 years. Stop it. Get your goalposts, move it back. The SEC has been too dominant over the last 3 years. I said the SEC has been too dominant over the last 3 years.
Hold on, the same guy that said Nick Saban is an overrated coach.
That has nothing to do with your question, though. See, you see when you get mad, you see what you do? See what you do? You get in your feelings. You get in your feelings and start reaching. That's what I'm saying. Take your goalposts, take it, and move it back.
Alabama wasn't going to make the playoffs. Alabama was going to be Georgia, and then all of a sudden you say, "Oh, I bet it on Alabama," and now all of a sudden they're going to win the national championship. I don't want to make that break.
4-31, y'all beat Auburn. That even got y'all there, possibly. So come on, bro. Stop acting like this was a foregone.
So you didn't say all that?
Y'all had a lot of close games, bro. Y'all had a lot of close games.
Name them.
I gotta name all of them. Sure, I got you, buddy. You want me to start forward to backwards? Which one works for you?
Go pick any one.
Which one works for you?
What's our record?
Sure.
And I want to know how many games. Close game.
Y'all lost one game. Close game. Georgia, Alabama, 24-27. Auburn, Alabama, 27-24. Let's go another one. Arkansas, Alabama, 24-21. Alabama, Texas A&M, 20-26. Let's keep going. Oh, the USF
That's a close game?
Oh, that's about the same score as Louisville.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you like that one? Oh, well, the Texas-Alabama game wasn't that close. But who else we got? Oh, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, 10-24. I know you saw the game. It was closer than what the score said, right?
10-24.
Oh, you saw the game.
That's
the game.
14 points.
Alabama pulled out late.
Game.
Oh, so you're going to pretend like they didn't pull out their game late? You going to pretend like
that's
that?
A close
like
game.
That game went close all game?
I'm asking you. Is
you
that
going
to
pretend
game?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'm asking you.
It was.
14 points is a close game.
That's the final score, but you saw the game.
Okay.
They didn't jump out 21-0.
Okay.
Come on now. Okay.
Go ahead.
Y'all had at least 4 or 5. 4-31
out of how many games?
Oh, come on. It's not moving the goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost. I said out of how many games? I said that right before you made the argument.
13 games.
Bro. Okay, let's go ahead and just put the chips on the table, bro. You don't like Alabama. You don't like Alabama.
You even conclude that. No. I'm just not married to the team. I don't care if the team does bad. I'm gonna say they do bad. If they do good, they did good. I'm not married to the team like you.
You say if they do bad, they do bad. If they do good, they do good. You do know we got a bunch of shows of you saying, "Oh man, they ain't like that. They ain't like that." You do know we got this on tape, right? You do know we got this on tape. We can always run it back now.
You can run it back.
I just want you to understand.
Run it back. I stand on everything I said. I stand on everything I said. I stand on everything I said. And I said Texas would beat Alabama. I said why? And guess what? Everything I said came true.
I beat Alabama. Can you name those other teams?
I said Auburn was going to be Alabama, but they did it. They did it. At 4-31, they rushed 2 players.
We only lost one. We only lost one. Come on, can you keep naming them? Can you keep naming them?
Those are 2 I named.
I named 5 games that you said we was going to lose.
I did not say. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, how many it was? You tell me. I don't know.
Name the 5.
Name
the 5.
I don't know.
Because I'm telling you, I said 2.
Tell me how many it was.
5. You said 5.
Okay, it was 2.
It was 2. LSU was going to beat it.
He said
LSU was going.
I didn't know. He said LSU.
I know.
But I said 2.
I said LSU was going to win.
You didn't say LSU R-line.
No.
You didn't say Ole Miss R-line.
No, I definitely say Ole Miss. And you trying me right now. You trying me with this because you don't even remember. You about to go back and watch all these episodes and figure it out.
Come prepared.
I did, but you didn't. You didn't, and you're about to tell us. Make a lie. Make a lie.
Hey, look. The only game that
I got a lie. It's video.
Make a lie. What are the games then? You tell me. What are the games then?
The only game that online said that Alabama was going to lose was against Texas. Everybody
and
else,
Auburn. I said it was theirs to win or lose.
And Auburn, that's 4.
I didn't name. Those are the only 2 I named, and you put in 2 others on my name, and you like to do that because I know you didn't watch it. What episode was that? What episode was that? Since you got it written down somewhere.
All you got to do.
What episode was it? No. But tell me, because you got your notes. What episode was it? See,
I don't know what episode it was. I didn't write the episode. I wrote down the teams. The episodes are usually the weeks that Alabama plays.
Right now, I mean, you big cap. You big cat with it. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Arlen, answer this question. I'm gonna go through everything that you said, and you let me know: is it cap? You said Nick Saban was overrated?
I did. But what does that do with your question?
No, I'm going through everything that you said because guess what?
Sure.
We have video of it.
Sure. And if I explain everything I said, because
you just said you would let me have the floor. You would let me have the floor. Just tell me if I'm capping or not. And then guess what? I will send you the timestamp when you said it.
I don't understand.
Yes, I said he was overrated. I said it did. I said he was overrated.
It was an outrageous statement. It was an outrageous statement. It was an outrageous statement.
Hold on, what was it?
It was an outrageous statement.
Yeah, that was. That was.
Okay, hold on.
Outrageous statement. It was.
No, well.
Didn't you say LSU was gonna beat us?
No.
Okay. Did you say Auburn was gonna beat us?
Yeah.
Did you say? Hold on. Did you say? I said LSU, Auburn. Did you say Ole Miss was gonna beat us?
No.
Did you say Texas A&M gonna beat us?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Texas A&M. Did I go?
No, don't worry, DeHaven. I'm not worried about you right now.
All right.
Everybody, go to
been hating all
videos.
DeHaven been
and let's find out how much cap.
Hey, I get the hate when it's given to us, bro.
DeHaven's been hating all season.
How much cap is in these videos? That is it. The whole point I'm trying to get there. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry to get off topic. I don't usually let these guys get me off topic, but I've just been wanting to gloat in front of this guy's face because he's been hating. He hates Alabama. Now, matter of fact, hold on. One more thing. Did you say did you have Georgia beating Alabama?
No.
Okay.
This is the first.
Sure.
Hey,
no.
Who did I have in my? I had Milroe. I had Milroe as my Heisman winner, and you here saying I hated Alabama.
That doesn't have nothing to do with the game. That has nothing to do with the game.
You gotta
I just want to put that out there.
Oh my God.
Daniels is a Heisman Trophy winner, but he lost to Alabama. I just want to put that out there.
Hey, but he has a winning record. Hey, man. Hey, all I gotta say is, look.
Who y'all got?
No. Don't try to go back to the question. Okay.
Now we're about to stay on the subject.
I'll go first. I know I got win national championship.
Go ahead.
But before I answer that, this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay.
To the people. Just because you give cogent analysis on the games week to week does not make you a hater of a team. Now, there's some people who are so inherently biased to a team, regardless of what they see, they're going to go with the team. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. No, but there are some people who judge the games week to week, look at the momentum of the teams, look at what the players are looking like, and make a rational decision. With that being said, I have the SEC champions winning the college football playoffs. With that being said, They are not the same team Texas saw in week 2.
Y'all gonna bite y'all word. Y'all gonna eat that up. Wow. Who
Quinn,
next?
you still got to make it past. You still got to make it past Washington, and I'm not confident that you're gonna do so.
I just need the winners because we got to move on now.
Alabama, roll tide. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey man,
Y'all don't give a
you know
damn.
who I'm rocking with? Tejas, baby, Texas Longhorns all day. They're going to show you guys why we are the #1 team in the college football playoffs. And on top of that,
you're number 3.
We're going to show you why we're coming to the SEC with a vengeance next year. This is going to be the start of a whole new era. Just watch.
You're only good because you're joining the SEC and roll tide.
Hate all you guys want, man. But I'm gonna say this much: the last time we lost the national championship was to Bama, and we are 7-2-1 all time against Alabama. Losing to Bama is new to my team, so hey, it ain't happening no more. Just watch.
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about those records? You never seen none of them. But you know what you did see? Did see? Hold on, I gotta say Alabama. Just go ahead because I said
I'm just talking about history, Brinsky. I'm talking about history. But let's go here. Let's go here real quick.
That's cute. No, we're not about to do
that.
I don't have the time.
You know what? I let y'all go back and forth.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me say this about this national championship. The reason why I think it's going to definitely be a Texas-Bama rematch is simply because, bro, I just cannot. I just honestly cannot see a Washington-Michigan national championship this year. I can't see it. I don't see it. I can't see it. If it was to happen, it would solely shock me, and it would really tear up college football, bro. I don't see that happening. What I do see is a Texas-Alabama rematch. Is going to be as big as Texas versus USC in 2005, which is hands down one of the greatest college football games ever, top 3. I think it's going to go down to one of these matchups, bro. It's going to be a really good national championship this year in Texas versus Bama. And, hey, man, I'm going to say this much. If y'all think a 13-23 196-yard performance is gonna work against Texas, bro, good luck, bro. Y'all gonna have to really come out and stop that air raid that Texas is about to put upon Alabama, and we gonna see. And I'm speaking on my squad, UT.
Hey, I feel you, but first of all, Texas ain't even about to make it to the championship. First off. They about to lose to Washington.
It ain't gonna be no Washington Bama.
It's about to be Washington Bama.
Texas is about to lose.
I think we're gonna see a Texas Bama in the national championship.
It's gonna be Texas Bama, man. You got
it right the storyline for the season. You already know money's already put behind it. It's the storyline for the season. You got Florida State, Georgia lined up. Georgia gonna go ahead and smash Florida State, so we can kill that argument about the ACC deserving to be in there. And then the biggest argument, the biggest concern, the #1 topic for why Texas is even legitimate all season is because they got a week 2 W against Bama. We end the season on a Texas-Bama rematch. Bama wins the national championship. It's just the college football. These are the stories that we get, and that's a story that's gonna happen.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Y'all think Florida State starters play? Think they play the starters?
First of all,
we're talking about the national championship. We're talking about the college football playoffs.
I'm gonna say this much, bro. Who do y'all think is the best quarterback this season?
It ain't Quinn, bro. Stop asking this question. We don't
Who is
agree
it?
with you.
Who is it? If it's not Quinn, who is it? If it's
It's
not
Jaden.
Quinn,
It's definitely.
Hold on.
wait.
We're going off topic again. We're going off topic again.
We not. Hey, bro.
Yes, we are, because it clearly says who's going to win the national championship, and you're asking
if you want to go with Jaden, Jaden,
you're going to keep going. You're going to keep going,
bro.
You're going to keep going.
Who else?
Thank you. Like I said, who's going to win the national championship? We're going to get to that question.
Who's the best quarterback?
Just be patient. Like I said, who's going to win the national championship? It's going to be Alabama. And the reason, and the one thing I wanted to question on your logic, you saying you can't see a Washington versus Michigan. Who did you have going to the national championship last year? I just need a quick answer. Before it was set, who did you have going to the national championship out of those 4 last year?
Man, bro, I'm going to say this much.
No, I need just the teams because we're wasting time. I don't need no rebuttal. Who did you have?
Well, okay, why are we going back to last year?
No, I'm just trying to prove a point real quick. Because you're saying you can't see it. Nobody's seen no Georgia TCU matchup.
Nobody.
It can happen, sir. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. That was literally where I was going with it.
This is my logic. This is my logic, right? The reason I'm saying this is solely because of what they did to keep FSU out and to put Bama in. Bama's going to the national championship.
The games have to be played. I'm not letting you put that rebuttal on me. So every time you say, I'm just going to keep saying that.
It's not happening, dog.
Now we can get to your question that you wanted to answer, everybody. We can get to your question that you want to ask.
Did not make this happen.
Okay, your question was, sir.
That is
okay, your question was, sir, about the quarterback.
Bama can get their rematch. This happens so Bama can get their rematch.
If you don't ask the question, I'm going to move on. I'm saying.
What's the question? What's the question?
You said who's the best quarterback?
Bias podcast you're doing. Mr.
I'm not
Bama
doing nothing.
fan.
You guys just keep doing it. That's why I'm just like, I got off topic and I had to stop myself.
Ask the question. Ask the question.
No, it was your question. Before I stop you, because I wanted to answer. That's all.
Hey, can we leave Quinn Richardson out this, man? I'm tired of talking about Quinn.
I said this. I said who was the best quarterback that Bama
everybody can answer
played this season?
That who played?
Who is the best quarterback that Bama played?
Everybody, please answer.
Oh, Jaden Daniels.
No.
He just didn't have the best stats that game.
Okay.
But
all right.
What he threw for like 50 touchdowns. 50 touchdowns.
Agree.
Come on. How do you even ignore that?
Why is this even a debate? That's why I wanted everybody to just say, why is this even a debate, bro? Your guy is not that guy.
It's a debate because he did not play good against Alabama.
He's struggling against
and he got hurt.
Bro, I can name games that he struggled against. You name an Oklahoma State team that lost, that beat Oklahoma, that beat you guys.
You know what? Check this out. Quinn Ewers put up over 300 yards against you guys and 3 touchdowns and no picks.
Congratulations, the game that I said. Keep going.
Let me say what I gotta say. Jaden put up 2 touchdowns in the air and a pick and barely put up 200 yards. That is a fact.
He got hurt though. He got hurt. He didn't play the whole game.
All right, dog.
He got hurt at the beginning of the 4th.
Okay, and that goes back to you know what? Check this out. Y'all want to play the hurt game, right?
No. Finish your
hurt game. I've been playing the hurt game all day.
What is your point?
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the logic of your question. Is your question who's the best quarterback this year?
Is you telling me because he got hurt? That's what y'all gonna say.
Quinn Ewers had how many yards on that? Answer it. Guess what? He had a good game. Almost 200 yards rushing and 200 yards passing. What are you talking about? On an Alabama defense. What is your logic here, sir? Quinn Ewers is on a better team.
What was the score, sir? We ain't talking about running. I'm talking about putting up touchdowns in the end zone. That's what I'm talking about. Just like I said,
his rushing
Michigan was going,
touchdowns too.
just like I said, Michigan was going to lose because they can't put no points in the end zone through the air.
Bruh.
Same point. Same point.
So you think Jaden? No. So you think Quinn Ewers is the best college quarterback this year?
Yes, and I said it since the beginning of the season.
This is the most idiotic thing I have ever heard on this podcast.
You can name three quarterbacks that's throwing nearly 1,000 yards more than
anybody has ever heard.
No, it's
Everybody's
not.
looking at you like you're crazy.
Go back and check the stats. Go back.
I'm looking at him like a Texas fan. That's how.
That ain't even a Texas fan. A Texas fan wouldn't even have that type of logic.
You can look at anybody's top 10 quarterback list.
I know you're not talking about logic because y'all acting like y'all sitting up on this podcast acting like Jalen Milroe, Tom Brady. Stop it. Y'all acting like Jalen Milroe.
I never said that. I never said that.
Don't act like y'all didn't almost lose.
Name one person.
Don't act like y'all ain't almost lose to Auburn.
Name one person.
Y'all played Auburn and barely won that game. If y'all did not play,
who said
if y'all didn't pass that ball at the end of the game, that miraculous touchdown,
who said Jalen Milroe playing like Tom Brady?
Conversation right now.
You can run for this all you want. I'm gonna keep asking the question. Who said that?
Hey, if the Milroe miracle never happened, if the Milroe miracle never happened, we wouldn't be talking about Alabama right now.
The miracle wouldn't happen.
We would not be talking about Alabama right now. I don't even think Alabama could beat Oklahoma.
Don't even give him nothing.
That's what y'all want to go there. Alabama wouldn't even beat Oklahoma that season.
What are you talking about? Are we talking about
quarterbacks?
Are we talking about Alabama?
Who said Jalen Milroe is playing like Tom Brady?
We're speaking on it. We speaking on.
What are we even talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
I want to answer the question. Who's the best quarterback?
He knows
who's the best quarterback that Bama played this season. It's Quinn Ewers.
Why does it matter?
Okay. Quinn Ewers.
It does matter.
Okay, hold on.
Because when y'all play again, y'all gonna get him again.
Who?
Y'all gonna get him again.
It does.
Y'all gonna get him again.
Okay, we has one of the best. But who said Jalen Milroe was Tom Brady?
In the college football playoffs, and y'all know this, man.
Why are you
final time, sir? Final time.
And if y'all think Washington gonna beat us,
beat nobody,
y'all being biased right now.
We win. We got lucky.
Y'all being so biased right now because y'all want.
You on mute, bro? Because you're just.
I named the same national championship that you named. What are we arguing?
Hold on, Ted. Answer the same question, Ted.
I just don't understand. Are we talking about Alabama or are we talking about who's the best quarterback in college football? I could have sworn that was the original question. Bro. I could have sworn that was the original question. You can name probably 10. You can type in top 10 quarterbacks. You can go to Google now. Type in top 10 college quarterbacks. It's not going to be a single list with Quinn Ewers.
He let me ask him this since he quiet.
It's not.
Who said Jalen Milroe was playing like Tom Brady? Answer the question directly. I'm sorry, Chance.
I said no. Go back and you can rewind this. I said
okay. No. Okay. Who said he's?
Hey, bro.
Okay, my fault. What did you say?
I said y'all are sitting up here every week acting like Jalen Milroe is freaking Tom Brady. Like he can't do no wrong. You're acting like. Hold on. Let me talk. My point is Milroe, bro, has made some miraculous plays. Okay, is he a great quarterback, dog?
No, he's not. No one said he is.
For y'all to win the Natty this year, bro, y'all gonna have to.
What does that have to do with the argument for the 10th time? You said the best quarterback. Nobody said Jalen Milroe.
I said, what's the argument? No, he wanted. I said, what's the argument, Brinsky?
Oh my God!
What's the argument?
For real, bro?
I'm asking you, what's the argument, Brinsky?
You said who's the best quarterback this year?
I didn't. I said who is the best quarterback Bama played? What are you talking about? That never came out of my mouth.
Oh, okay. That's what you said.
Who's the best quarterback that Bama's played this year? I said Quinn. You guys said Jaden. I said it ain't true.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. My fault. Arlen, did he say that?
When you were talking before we got on this subject, he asked you that. But when you gave him the reins to ask this question, he changed it to the Alabama thing. So y'all both right.
No, what was the original question that he asked Quintez before I stopped him?
Who's the best quarterback in the league?
Quint, what was the original question?
No, I said, who's the best? quarterback that Alabama
Quinn,
played? That's my question.
You said who is the best quarterback?
Who was the best quarterback Alabama played this season?
We let you talk. Ain't nobody cut you off. Quinn, what did he say?
So he said who the best quarterback Alabama played.
Was that the original question that I stopped him on?
That was the initial question.
That was not the initial question. The initial question.
Hey, when we run this podcast back,
okay.
When we run this podcast back,
okay, that's
gonna
perfect.
see what I'm
talking
about.
Even that.
What was the original quarterback in college football? I said who was the best quarterback that Alabama played.
Okay, that's cool. Quintez, what was the original question that I stopped him on?
The original question when we was talking about who was going to win a national championship, he went on this rant about Texas, and he said Quinn Ewers. He said, "Who's the best quarterback in college football?" That's when I stopped him and said, "It's not Quinn." That's when we had a whole
that's
I said, "Who's the best quarterback?" Y'all not listening. Y'all not listening. Don't wait till running back. Y'all not listening.
I'm gonna put a time step in the description for folks to go hear that. But that's all I want to know.
Go in on you, but y'all not listening. I said, "Who's the best quarterback in Alabama?"
Everybody heard that clearly.
College football that never came out of my mouth.
You did say that question, but that was your second question.
We can put money on this.
Original question.
We can put money on it, man. We can run it back.
How much you want to bet?
Money.
How much you want to bet now? And I guarantee you, I'll take your money.
Hold on. How do I do this? I want 100 from you, and I want 100 from you. All right.
Anybody get on this?
Since you're giving away money, I'll take 100. I'll take another 100.
It's criminal time.
You so show you want to do 200? No, I want to do $200. Let's go.
Quint, are you
put it in the chat?
It's 300.
Bro, you about to lose $1,000
my money. I want my money tomorrow.
Man,
that shit never came out of my mouth. I'm telling you that already.
I'll take that.
I'm not listening.
How you shake on? There you go.
Yeah,
I don't want. We all know Quint. You gonna take that bet?
1, 2, 3. That's $300.
I got you, buddy.
Oh, bet. Oh, bet.
I got you, buddy.
I want my phone in. I want my phone in, baby. I want my phones up. I want my phone. I'm about to get paid tomorrow. Tomorrow gonna be a good day.
Hold on. I want to make sure it's clear, so you know how much you got to send people. Arlen, how much you betting him?
I'm putting 100 on that.
Okay, Quinn, how much you betting him?
I'm on the $200 bet. I'm getting money out of
all these. Hey, everybody up here.
Haven, that's $500.
That's $400. I want my money.
Let me
hey, listen. My cash app is at DJ Ghost.
That's $400. Everybody locked in with you. I just want you to understand that when I clearly said locked in,
I'm the same.
We all locked in. We gonna run that shit back.
Let me tell you where you messed up.
Get y'all cash apps ready.
If it was
money.
just,
I know what I said.
If it was just Brinsky telling you, I understand why you be confident. But once me and Tez told you, and we be listening, once me and Tez told you, that's when you should have been like, I'm gonna walk this back.
The best quarterback that Alabama played this season. Just wait.
That was when he gave it the
I'm having it in the time.
It's okay.
Don't worry.
It's cool.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we run this.
I'll take that. I need that.
You know what? This was a good one. Unfortunately, I gotta jump off, guys. Gotta go be a father, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, not unfortunately. I love being a father, but I gotta go be a father tonight.
All right. This is why we gotta hurry up and get through these things. You ain't got time to go through the picks, or you gotta go.
We go through the picks. Let's get through it.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been one of the most entertaining podcasts, and DeHaven's about to lose a lot of money tonight. So let's just go ahead and get to these picks so we can hurry up and get to our money. A little Christmas money.
Boy, my daughter about to have a good Christmas.
I hate it.
I hope so. I hope so, Bit Money. I hope so, Bit Money.
At the expense of this podcast.
Oh, don't worry, Bit Money. I got you.
We run this back. We run this back. Oh my God!
I already know the
y'all gonna all be looking crazy.
Hold on, sir. This man got to go. First team is the away team. And the last team is the home team. Patriots, Steelers.
Patriots.
You know what? That's not crazy.
Yeah, Kenny
Go ahead.
Pickett.
Go
Kenny
ahead.
Pickett
Go-
is down, bro.
It's not
Go
crazy.
ahead. DeHaven, go ahead.
That's the last week.
Going with the Steelers.
Okay, going with the Steelers. Okay, gentlemen, I want y'all to understand this right now. This is understandable. Not Quint. Ted, if you're not on this week and you didn't cross this mark, you got to take the shots now. You got to come on, just take the shots. I'm just pointing that out there.
You know, I do this.
Is
I drink.
you got to hit 10 wins, gentlemen, to not take a shot. All right, let's go. Buccaneers, Falcons.
Falcons.
Bucks.
We're gonna go on Arlon, Quint, then
Falcons.
DeHaven and Ted, and me. Oh, and I didn't even pick Steelers. Go ahead,
Falcons.
Bucks, Falcons.
Falcons.
Bucks.
This is just so conflicting because being a Falcons fan, like being an Auburn fan.
Go ahead, DeHaven.
Bucks, man.
Falcons.
Mike Evans, baby.
What
He
you
about to
got?
go crazy.
What you got, Ted?
I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Okay, I got the Bucks. Colts, Bengals.
I got
Colts.
the
Colts.
Yeah, you better say the Colts. Colts.
DeHaven,
My
what you
bad.
got?
Colts.
I'm taking the Colts.
I'm going with the upset, Bengals.
Man, you don't going on with that.
Jags, Browns. Browns.
Browns.
Jags.
Jags.
Browns.
Jags.
I want the Browns to win, but I'm going with Jags.
Texans, Jets.
Texans.
Texans.
Texas.
I know you. I'm about to say.
My boy Zach Wilson starting again. So I'm going with the Texans.
I'm going with the Jets. Jets. Rams, Ravens.
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 I'm going with the Ravens.
Clean sweep, Ravens. Lions, Bears.
Lions.
Lions.
Lions, clean sweep. Panthers, Saints.
Saints.
I'm gonna go with the Panthers.
1-11 Panthers. You go to 1-11 Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
Saints.
2-11.
Hey, didn't Derek Carr get hurt?
It don't matter.
He got booed
Yeah,
going back into the game. I know that much.
I'm gonna go with the Saints, man. I'm sorry, Bryce. Vikings, Raiders.
Raiders.
Vikings.
Raiders.
I'm gonna take the Vikings on this one.
Raiders. Seahawks, 49ers.
49ers.
Seahawks.
49ers.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks too. Bills, Chiefs.
Bills.
Buffalo.
Patty Mayonnaise.
Chiefs at home. Chiefs at home.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. Broncos, Chargers.
Broncos. Russell Wilson. Comeback player of the year.
Chargers.
Broncos.
I'm going Broncos.
Let's ride.
Chargers, and Russell Wilson is definitely not no comeback player of the year. Just
Who is the comeback player of the year?
It's definitely not
Russell
Deshaun
Wilson.
Watson.
It's Ham.
It
I don't
is
know how
definitely
you
not
can't
Russell
argue.
Wilson. I just want you to understand that.
Darwin Ham.
Eagles, Cowboys. Eagles, Cowboys.
Eagles.
And by the way, they're the Sunday night game, which is a good one.
Eagles.
Cowboys.
I knew it. Eagles. 2 Monday night football games. We got the first one is Packers, Giants.
Packers.
Clean sweep Packers. And the last one, Titans, Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Well, I was about to say, I would try to get to one of these culture topics, but I know,
You want to talk about? I got a little time. A little more time.
Okay, cool. My nigga hanging in there, so
get one topic in there.
Yeah, okay. I think we'll say the other one for next week. If that's cool with you, Quint.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay. Just give it some time. No matter of fact, we can talk. It all depends on how we move on this. This is gonna be quick. GTA 6. Everybody thoughts? I think everybody up to this point seen the trailer. Mm-hmm. We all gamers. Mm-hmm. And I think we all are waiting for this. And they hit that bombshell on us at the end with 2025. That broke everybody's heart.
We still playing GT. I'm still playing GTA 5. I ain't even gonna lie.
So what are y'all thoughts on the game? How it looks? Are you gonna be copping when it drops? All that good stuff.
Must buy. Gotta copy when it drops. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the biggest video game connoisseurs. I don't know if y'all can see, dog. I got a bunch of games in here, man. I got consoles everywhere. Definitely got to get this game. Kind of mad that it's dropping in 2025. I thought it was going to come out next year. But, hey, this is what happens when games get leaks. And you know, they got to make a lot of adjustments, bro. Even the trailer got leaked, which was insane, bro. The trailer was supposed to come out today. It got leaked last night. So just they need a new cybersecurity team or something over there at Rockstar, bro, because it's getting insane. And it just makes it worse for the consumers because it keeps pushing back these dates for us, bro. And, you know, hey, 2025, I will be there. And I will be copping that game, bro, for real. Still got to beat 5 and RDR, so I got some time.
I actually don't play video games at all. Maybe by 2025, I'll start playing. So I don't got nothing to provide for this one.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that one. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah, I don't play video games either. But the trailer looked dope. If I had a video game, I might buy that game.
I'm definitely gonna copy it. I'm definitely gonna copy it.
Okay, I think we all seen the graphics, beautiful. We all gonna cop. I don't care what nobody say. But Ted, if you can just spare 5 minutes, bro, just 5 minutes.
We keep going. We keep going. We
okay, just 5 minutes. Because I really want to do Quint topic because you're a father, I'm a father. Pretty much everybody's a father besides Quint. But he's definitely going to relate to this. Okay, but I'm going to let Quint explain it.
All right, so on IG, there was a post about Boosie in relation to his daughter, basically saying that she met a dude and she would like for him to meet her. I mean, for him to meet him. And so essentially he was like, well, I'm cool with that. He was like, but he was like, the only thing I want to say is that he can cheat. You know, he can cheat. He can do anything he want to do. He can cheat on her. He can do whatever he want to do. It was like, just don't put your hands on my daughter. That's it. That's basically what he said. He said you can do whatever. A lot of people took that out of context. They was like, oh, you wish your child to be cheated on, stuff like that. I got what he was saying. A lot of people didn't get what he was saying. There's some controversy around it. So that's the topic we're talking about today, fellas.
And I think I'll just go first, if that's cool with the guy. The thing that I had zero problem with what he's saying because I understood what he was saying. Like, he understands, like, everybody, even that's his daughter and all, she still got a life. That's still her business. Between a couple, that's their business or whatnot. Only thing that he said he will ever get, basically what he'll get involved in if you putting your hands on his daughter. Like, he can cheat, that ain't got nothing to do with him. That's just life. Like, he ain't putting his hands on you or doing nothing like that. So I thought it was just some fake outrage. But a lot of women got what he was saying, which was surprising. Because because they have a love-hate for Boosie sometimes, and it's kind of tricky with these women sometimes. So, but I'm glad a lot of them understood what he was saying.
Yeah, I think because I kind of talked about it with my girl, and she kind of took it as like, why do you want your daughter to get cheated on? And I was like, he's not really saying that. What he's saying is, hey, look, y'all are grown. Look, y'all of age. Y'all dating. Yada yada, whoop de whoop. That's y'all business. So whatever y'all decide to do as adults, that's y'all business. I'm not gonna get in it. But when you put your hands on her, now it's my business, and I'm in that. So I'm letting you know, like y'all can do whatever normal relationship stuff y'all got to do. But the minute this goes towards domestic violence, I'm stepping in. That's your warning. It's zero tolerance.
Okay.
I hate the fact that they put this negative connotation on Boosie, man. To be honest with you, I mean, just because his level of education, where he from, stuff like that, his words can be so misconstrued, and that don't even make no sense. We know what he talking about, but a lot of people come on there and they're like, oh, you want your child to get cheated on? You want this, that, and third for your child? Kind of like piggybacking on what Arlen was saying. You said it right, man. I'm not going to interfere with no relationship, none of y'all business, until it becomes physical. If it becomes physical, I got to get physical with you, and that's all. That's all I got to say.
First off, I agree with what Boosie's point is for sure. Like, you in a relationship with my daughter or either one of my daughters, then that's y'all's business. You put your hands on them, then that's my business. And I agree with that. I do think what I think the problem is that what you articulate, because what you put out in the world, man, is words are powerful, and people take every word that you say powerfully. I think Boosie could have expressed this point of view without bringing up the potential fact of his daughter getting cheated on. He's not saying that she is or she will be getting cheated on, but I do think people's point of like, you could have communicated that without even putting that negative thought out there into the world. And I think that's what brings the outrage. You just got to remember that the words you put out, they're powerful. And when you want to talk about your daughter's relationship, you got to speak positivity, and then you bring up, but if you cross this line, then I'm gonna come see about you. But I understand that he said cheating to magnify what he was saying, because we think about cheating, he's like, oh, that's egregious. So if I'm cool with cheating, you should imagine how I'm gonna react when if you put your hands on them. So I understand Boosie's line of thinking and the way he articulated it. I personally wouldn't articulate it that way.
Yeah, well, we got to understand. I agree 100% with everything you're saying. The only thing I would just say is like, it's just Boosie. I ain't saying that he's just a college graduate or anything. He think he a hood dude or what.
Yeah,
That we just got to call it like it is. That's just the only way. Everybody knew what he was saying, but that's the only way he could explain it.
That's the only way.
I understand we want to.
I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree wholeheartedly with y'all.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's how he conceptualized
but you said it right
in his
there,
head. That's how he conceptualized it. So if he feel that way, he just articulating how he feel. But a lot of people take it the wrong way because of what he articulated or how he articulated. Man, Boosie's gonna be Boosie because Boosie ain't got no, Boosie's Boosie.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dave, and we can go ahead and close this out.
Girl, dad. I don't necessarily want
all of us on here.
We are, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we necessarily want any of our daughters getting cheated on and coming to us with those problems.
Yeah.
But I definitely wouldn't be jumping into that type of scenario where I feel like I have to intervene on my daughter's relationship one day because her boyfriend cheated on her. You know what I'm saying? I would, kind of just lace her up on game about what's going on in this world and things like this, occur. But at the same time, like Ted said, bro, the articulation, bro, is everything. Boosie says a lot of off the wall things, just like a lot of other people that we watch on our day to day, man. And it's a very unhealthy mindset for our community as a whole, honestly. Just to be saying and our women, we're supposed to protect our women through thick and thin, our daughters specifically. And it just wasn't in my opinion, it's kind of distasteful, man, how he approached that situation and spoke on it. But, hey, like we all said, it's Boosie. We can't expect Boosie to come out and say everything the right ways all the time. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? So, I get it. I totally get what he's saying. I agree with him, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, but I just don't like Ted said, he could have articulated that without even bringing up the cheating point. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other things you could have said without making that now a lot of guys run around like, yeah, you cheat on my daughter, but I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? But come on, man, we shouldn't even be talking like this about our black princesses, our little young women that we want to see grow healthy out here and live the best lives that they can. We don't want them getting cheated on every other day or whatever going on like that. So,
no, go ahead.
Okay, quick question. They have to be long. But pretend with me that your daughter's 18 and she brings this boy home, saying that's her boyfriend. What is the talk looking like that you're having with this guy?
It'll be along some similar lines.
I'll cross that road when I get there, man.
I mean that talk gonna be a little different though, man. It's gonna be like you gonna tell her not to touch your daughter, period. You know what I'm saying? Period. You ain't gonna want your daughter. We ain't at that road yet. We got little toddlers, man. But
yeah, we got babies.
Yeah.
I would
think about them days right now. You know what I'm saying?
The best way I say, I like, bro, like anything. You saying 18 and she bringing home a dude or whatnot, and I was just like, hey, man, just do the right thing or whatnot. I'm not the type to like make any threats on anybody because I wouldn't want nobody to make any threats on my son if I have a son. Well, when I have a son or whenever. But I wouldn't want nobody to make any threats towards him. So it was just like, hey, man, y'all do y'all thing or whatnot. Just be careful. Y'all treat each other right. It ain't just necessarily her, because I don't believe like you putting one person on the pedestal. You treat him right, he'll treat you right. It's the same thing.
So you're not gonna give him a little like domestic violence? Hey man, look.
It's no point of that because I'm not trying to threaten nobody because I know my wife's dad didn't even do that to me at all. He showed me love day one and never had to give me no type of talk like that. Just like,
if they are gonna bring dudes home, then I'm gonna treat them the same way I treat any other young man that came in the house, the same way that my lady's family treated me. But I'm gonna be real with them. I'm a straight shooter type of person. I'm gonna tell you the truth as it is. To be honest, I mean, we did have a conversation about cheating. I let him know, hey, bro, if you feel like you gotta cheat, and that's just from the point of me talking to him as a man to a young man. If you feel like you're at the point where you got to cheat, just leave and go live your life. You'll find yourself being a lot happier. But that conversation really has nothing to do with my daughter. The conversation that I have will be just me as a man to him as a young man to help prevent him being in situations that he shouldn't be in. Truly at that point, because all I can do is try to take him in and mentor him as best as I can as a person. Truly, but once again, I'll be a different man from now. 16 years from now, I'll be a completely different man. I'll probably
so that was one of my fault. Cutting you off.
So I really don't even know what I would say, honestly.
Yeah,
so 16 years from now, you can be a different man, but Alabama can't be a different team. 16 games from now. I'm joking.
Man, ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's the perfect way to end the episode.
Hey, man. As always, thank you to you guys for always showing love, always coming.
I got one thing to say, man.
Go ahead.
Hey, I know all of you all are fathers on here. I just want to say I commend you all for y'all role, and may y'all continue to grow in y'all role and show y'all daughters the right way, and when and if I have a child, probably not.
It's coming. Just be married. Trust me, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. But if I have a daughter, man, I would instill the things in my daughter from my past experiences.
Well,
and
with the right person.
Yeah, to be with the right person, and to, treat them right. So I just want to say I applaud y'all and should keep growing and appreciate y'all fellas.
Oh yeah. Man, just always, like I said, always appreciating you guys just even coming on here, even the people that listen and support. We just hit 200 plus subscribers. So shout out to that, man. And you guys are a big part of that. So that is definitely great to hit that mark. And just to just really end that conversation, like, man, just good to have. I really want to talk about this topic because we're girl dads and we know we want to see the best. But it's good that some solid men in this generation and just trying to change that narrative. Well, solid black men that's trying to change the narrative on this thing called fatherhood. And I am just loving everything, and even the people that's around me, and just people that I see from afar, man, just being awesome fathers, even with a lot of things holding them back in a lot of ways. They still trying to be good fathers. But thank God we're not in that type of predicament because we got women that wouldn't allow that. But as always, I'm gonna let everybody shout out their Instagram or whatever, and then we'll close it out. Go ahead, Arlon. We're gonna go Arlon just straight down the line.
You can find me on IG. Tag is right by my name, ESG_AEA_DCS. I'm currently not taking any more cases right now, but if you want to talk sports or if you want to talk something legal, I'll debate with you. I'll talk with you. Feel free to hit me up anytime. Like I said, at the hashtag ESG_AEA_DCS.
Quint.
All right, man. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. It's IG_sophisticated, man. Follow, man. Shout out your boy, man. Sophisticated from the 4-6 Tuskegee. You already know.
Hey man, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy The Haven. My Instagram is at DJ Goes Play-Doh. Also, the Twitter X at DJ Goes Play-Doh. Follow me, man. Tap in with your boy. You already know what it is.
As y'all know, I'm Tez. I'm Tez the Great on everything. So I'm easy to find. Once again, it's coming soon. The Matter at Hand podcast will be dropping soon. Arlon, especially with you being a lawyer, I'm gonna for sure be reaching out to you to get you on there. We're gonna talk a lot of politics.
Sir, can't wait for that.
So you should be seeing that. Once again, start seeing the promo for it come out next week. I think I get my logo first thing in the morning. So I'm excited for it. I'm
Please
definitely
drop it.
Guys up and get y'all in there. So you see it, guys, coming soon. I appreciate it.
And as always, man, I'm B Sharpe on Twitter and B_Sharpe on Twitter and B_Sharpe5 on Instagram because somebody wouldn't let me have the B Sharpe on there. But man, appreciate you guys as always. Thank you to everybody supporting the pod. Keep supporting us or whatnot. Definitely support Tez when that podcast drop. That is going to be an awesome podcast just from the ideas from what he told me. And one more thing for Arlon, any legal questions that you have, just put them in the comments and he'll get back to you, or just hit him in his DMs or whatnot. And as always, for all the haters out there, they said Bama wouldn't get here and all that good stuff. But you know who didn't lose faith on us? They said we weren't going to win. But you know who still believed in us? God did. He's out.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.